The chair recognizes Mr. Shaheen in opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, there is bipartisan opposition to casinos, and here's why. The average age of a sex trafficking victim in the state of Texas is a 12 to 14-year-old little girl. And if we have multiple casinos in our state, sex trafficking of those 12 to 14-year-old little girls is going to go vertical. I've talked to the Texas Council on Domestic Violence. I've talked to the UTMB. And the people that lose out the most, not just the sex trafficking victims, but the women. I promise you, domestic violence will go vertical. I've seen the studies. A woman that is married to a problem gambler is 10 times more likely to go to the ER. Other states that have legalized gambling have witnessed and lived those statistics. It is a fact. This bill is not going anywhere. The Senate has not even given this a hearing. This is dead. So all I'm asking you is, in a bipartisan fashion, we vote this down. Just think of we've been talking about budget impact. All we've been talking about is the revenue impact, not at this time.
Will the gentleman yield?
Not at this time. All we've been talking about is the revenue impact. Let's talk about the cost impact. Let's talk about human services. Let's talk about the increase in CPS. How many little children, when literally tens of thousands of mostly males blow a month's paycheck, go home, beat their wives in front of their children, and yes, I'm going to be transparent like that with you right now, because that will happen. Tens of thousands throughout the state of Texas. Little children will see that. And so our budget gets impact with CPS, with Medicaid, with homelessness. This is a bad deal. Texas is better than this. We don't need this.
Ms. Johnson of Dallas, for what purpose?
Will the gentleman yield?
Yes, ma'am.
Gentleman yields questions.
Mr. Shaheen, I applaud your concern for domestic violence, but I'm concerned that you consistently oppose a lot of measures in this building that would protect women of domestic violence.
That's not true.
For example,
that's not true.
No, it's true. For
First
example,
of all,
the gentlelady will confine her remarks to the
I just
the
find
bill
it
in front of us.
interesting that only now
what your
at this
statement
point,
was inaccurate to the body. I've supported
That's not
significant investment. I support the local.
Both members will confine the remarks to the bill, the resolution before the House.
So
I personally support the sex trafficking victims organization in my district. My wife and I volunteer for them. So I really don't appreciate you misleading the body about my work with sex trafficking. I do it as a volunteer.
sex trafficking and domestic violence are two different issues. Wouldn't you agree?
The members will confine their remarks to the resolution before
I'm done,
the
Mr.
House.
Speaker.
No, I bet you are.